Cain left petrified in early Emmerdale ITVX release after Graham death revelation. Cain Dingle, Jeff Hordley, was left fearing for his future in Emmerdale today as Graham Foster, Andrew Scarborough, spoke about his father's journey with prostate cancer. Cain's world turned upside down a few weeks ago when a doctor confirmed that a lump which had previously shown up on a scan was indeed cancerous. In the initial aftermath, Cain chose to keep everything to himself, but obviously ended up lashing out at those around him as he struggled to process the news. Sarah Sugden, Katie Hill, Cain's granddaughter, found out what was going on because she could sense her granddad was acting differently. The only other person who knows about Cain's diagnosis is his best mate Liam Kavanagh, Johnny McPherson. Another village resident learned about Cain's cancer in today's installment, but it wasn't Moira Dingle, Natalie J. Robb. Last week, Cain and Sarah stole Joe Tate's, Ned Porteous, DeLorean and hid it in a barn. Sarah decided stealing Posh Motors would be a good way to distract Cain from all of his problems, and they were never going to turn down an opportunity to wind Joe up. Joe told Graham that they needed to get the car back from Cain, but they also needed to completely destroy his life in revenge. The troublesome Tate instructed Graham to head to Butler's to get the car back. Graham did exactly this, but found something else when he arrived. After letting himself into the house, Graham snooped and discovered a letter from the hospital, which confirmed Cain's cancer. Cain discovered Graham in the kitchen and immediately went to punch the man, but Cain's overwhelming exhaustion meant his enemy could get the upper hand, and he knocked Cain straight to the floor. A while later, Graham found Cain outside the garage and told him about his father having prostate cancer. He said that he was diagnosed late, and the deterioration of his health wasn't quick. As Graham spoke about how he watched his father waste away, Cain looked completely terrified. He wasn't going to break down in front of Graham, though, and rushed away to the pub before his emotions could really reach the surface. Frustratingly for Cain, Graham followed him into the pub. He advised him to get his priorities straight and focus on Moira and his health, rather than fighting the Tates. Graham knows that Joe and Kim Tate, Claire King, won't stop until they get what they want, and was trying to tell Cain to quit before things get any worse. In a moment that most certainly proved Graham isn't on the side of the Tates all the time, he shook Cain's hand and confirmed he won't tell anyone about his diagnosis. This was witnessed by Kim, though, who immediately grew suspicious. The fact Graham made an effort to genuinely try and help Cain today backs up his previous claim about always being on Joe's side, but not always playing by the same rules as him.